Hi everyone, this is Carla from the Learn English by Speaking English show in Gigglefest University, and I am here again to speak with you in English, as I always am at this time of the day. Again, we are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization created by Rehan Alawawa to promote peace through one conversation at a time. And as you know, on this show, we usually have more than one conversation. And I am looking forward to speaking with you today. I need to share it out. I am, at least at this point, alone today. Hopefully that will change in a few minutes. But as it is now, you have just me. And we are going to talk about mindsets again, or I think I am. We'll see how it goes. And I want to remind you, we're using technology here. If you have an issue with the website, it has been checked out, everything's working properly. Please do me a favor, just refresh your page and refresh your browser and check the website again. It should be working without a problem. I will check it once someone comes in to make sure everything's fine, but I don't foresee any problems with the website. It has been really checked out very thoroughly to make sure that everything is working perfectly, to make it easy for you to join the show, and I look forward to seeing you. And as always, when I am sharing out, I'm a little more quiet because I need to think as well as share out. Now, I'm looking, let's see how it goes. I'm just beginning the sharing out process as we speak right now. And I look forward, and here is Ashish. Let's hope he has a better connection today than he did yesterday. He had some problems yesterday. And let's get him on camera. And here he is, and he's smiling as always, and I appreciate that because that's a new rule here. And I want Ashish to introduce himself, please.
Yeah, thank you, Carla. Hey, folks.
Ashish, I appreciate it.
Okay. Hey, folks. It is Ashish K from New Delhi, India. And I work as a tax consultant, accountant.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
What does the K stand for?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
What does the K in your name stand for?
Okay, it's Ashish Kumar, Kumar.
So is K your mom's name?
No, there is a culture in Hindu's tradition. Before marriage, we put Kumar as our middle name.
Why?
Because Kumar means a bachelor, unmarried in Hindi.
Oh, so you do that out of respect for your background.
Yeah, you can say that. But that becomes ultimately a certificate and official name, and later on we cannot remove it even if we get married.
So I don't get it. You said you need it until you get married, but even when you get married, you need it. So I don't.
Yeah, but that is tradition, culture. But when it comes to official and documentation, once your name gets registered in the records of government, colleges, you cannot change that. There's a lethal and rigorous procedure for that. Very long procedure for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I've always been interested about that. Could you also let me let you finish your introduction, and then I'll get to what I was going to say.
Okay. So I work as
Jumping
tax
ahead.
consultant come accountant and educator, and I have a long association with the show. It's been over a year. Yeah, Carla.
You say educator. Are you actually teaching? What are you doing? Because I never thought of you as an educator. I know you keep on saying it, and I've always wondered, are you actually teaching school?
Okay, I have been teaching since 2009, but
Oh,
after, yeah,
go on.
but after coming into the taxation and accounting field, I took at past-time work. I usually do it on weekends. That is job of an educator. I work with different organization. I have already shared it on this platform with friends that I work with Hope Foundation, Government of India, and mentor together. So, and as an educator, I teach accounting skills, taxation skills, computer skills, and to the kids of elementary educations. That is behavioral science, you can say, basic learnings of English and maths.
Now, you said confidence skills. How do you teach that?
Yeah. Basically, my role is to mm, uh, teach them of that is accounting software, taxation software, how to use them, and what are the basics and advanced level of accounting skills, whether it is applicable in India or in other parts of the world, because the basic accounting principles and conventions are, it's uniform worldwide. It's same.
Now, do you teach them? Asama, Ali, look at your camera and look at what you look like and see if you can make yourself look a little more, yeah, a little bit. That's a little bit, a tiny bit more you and less wall. Yeah. Okay, back to you. Do you also teach them using the internet, or do you do this um, in physical form?
No, in fact, 90% of my teaching job is through with the help of internet. Only 10% physical work.
Oh, okay. So it's 90% with the internet?
Yeah,
Wow. So you do it from home.
I actually do it from home too. But most of the time, I visit. There are some centers where all the equipments and computer and internet are available. So I usually visit those centers to get connect with the students.
So are you again, are you talking? Are you in physical? Do you physically meet the kids at all?
Yeah, let me put it in, I mean, straightforward, step by step way. I visit the centers where there are around 40 students are present. And at the same time, their platform, I mean, virtual platform through which I get connected to the students who are available on 15 to 16 different centers. So in short, at a single point of time, I got connection with the more than uh, 400 students, over 400 students in physical as well as virtual forms.
And you've been doing this since for 10 years now.
Yeah, it's been 10 years now.
Is this volunteer or are you actually being paid too?
My 70% jobs are on voluntary basis and 30% are on paid basis.
That is really cool. What do you do? How do you create confidence with them? Because the kids need that. They need, that's one of the most important things to teach a child is to be confident. Everyone who comes here, the reason that they come here is they want to be confident. However, those who really need to come here and need to be speaking are not coming because they are not confident. And that's something that I really need to work on.
You're right. During my, I mean, teaching job, I realized that most of the students or aspirants are somewhere in a, I mean, darkest hour. They didn't have idea where they are heading to and why they are heading to. So most of them are started their journey of pursuing some course, some degree courses or some diploma courses or something like that without having adequate knowledge and exposure why they are doing that. So if in such a dramatic situation they will start their journey, definitely there will be lack of confidence, and my job is to give them a clear pathway that where what is the destination, why they are heading towards them, and how easily, I mean, how that destination, that particular course or diploma or whatever degree will be affecting or giving adding value to their life. Once I get, I mean, I get success in convincing them and conveying this message about this particular course.
Inspiring.
Sorry.
Are you convincing them or are you inspiring them to work?
Sometimes I need to convince them. I most of the time I faced it when I was working with the, I mean, lower section of the society who are not much educated. So most of the time it was initially I had to convince them first, then I started inspiring them.
I disagree. If you're convincing someone, they're doing it because they think they're not thinking it could be helpful. If you are inspiring them, they understand why it's important. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when I taught, I found convincing a child to learn to multiply was a waste of my time. But when I could show them that it was of value, they would learn it, and they'd learn it quickly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, but convincing part was on something else than the I mean, pursuance of course, or bringing them on the track of learning the course. For an example, once I was at a center.
For a moment, you can
Yes.
convince them that a course is good for them. But if you really want to get them to do it, you need to inspire them. You need to give them a reason to want to do this. And you can't do that if you're convincing. And there are people sitting on camera who are not smiling. It's really important to put your smile on. I have a new person here today. This new person doesn't know me. And this new person has never spoken on this platform. He's probably a little nervous. Oh, I can't speak English, like everyone says when they come here. When you put on your smile, it helps you relax and it makes it easier for you to be able to speak. Back to inspiration. And with that, if you find value to this show, please share it out to your friends and family. Because bringing them in and giving that chance for them to speak will help them also. So share it out as much. And Charlene Aslam, you should come to the show. Now, there's a lot of noise in your background. Where are you right now? I see. Where are
Yeah,
you right
I am at somewhere at home. I'm in relatives' home.
now? You're at home or you're away?
No, I'm at home. That's why there's some noise. Is
Oh,
it disturbing?
um, it's not bad, but it would be good if you could get in a quiet home, a quiet spot. It's
Okay, I'll finish it quickly and then I'll get sorted of this problem.
okay
Okay.
because it. The problem is, it's not that I mind people being in the background, but for people watching the show, all that background noise makes it difficult for them.
I
Yeah,
do understand.
that's what the problem is. Um, and that's why I'm so strict about it.
Okay.
Finish up what you said.
Okay. So I was telling you about the convincing part. Just let me tell you with an example. This year only, I think it was January, I joined a center where most of the students were, I mean, most of them are girls, and they were from a particular community, Muslim community. So most of them were wearing burqa, and they were covering their faces. It was really difficult for me. I can barely see their faces. I could not connect with the students,
Right.
so it was really difficult for me to inspire them without getting connection with them, I mean watching face to face them. So most of them came there with their parents. So this was the part where I need to convince them that this particular center where those girls have come are just like their home, so their parents need not to worry about that. I convinced them, then only the inspiration part get started.
Can I just turn that around? Telling them why is not convincing. If you're telling them why you are doing this because it's going to help you learn English, or why do you want to learn English? Why do you want to learn this? And you ask them, and they give you an answer. Well, I'm having trouble understanding that. I'm having trouble doing that because your face is covered. I need to see your face. It's not a question of convincing, it's a question of inspiring them with a reason to take off their off the nip. I know it's like a fine line. It's hard to know what to do, but it's a line that needs to be, you need to keep that in mind. Now, I do want to say something. Jesse Williams, you're saying I'm afraid to come. Come and speak to me. I don't care if you make mistakes. If you come and you make a mistake, that's how you learn. If you sit out there and just listen, you're not getting the opportunity of learning as well. So come. No one's going to bite your head off if you make a mistake. In fact, I want you to make a mistake so you can learn. So come on in, Jesse. You've been here several days watching. Now come and learn. Listening is good. I'm not saying it isn't. You need to learn to listen. That's why I don't like people going off camera and coming back, because I know they're not listening. So it's important to listen as much as to speak. But you're at a point, you need to come and speak. It's okay. Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at the comment. I should be looking here. Okay, Jesse, come. Okay, Ali Rayhan. I'm going to let you find a quieter place or take care of that, Ashish, and and you can unmute yourself when you come back. Ali Rayhan, have you been listening to the conversation? You've been leaving here a lot.
But just I joined to your group for listenings and speaking as well. So I was some busy work, so that's why I went there. So I was not here. But,
Now, can you stay and listen more? Because that's what's most important.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Introduce yourself. I have never spoken to you before.
Yes, yes. The last week I have been to your class, and for maybe the 20 minutes, maybe you forget. So I know basically
I'm
Saudi Arabia.
sorry. I speak to so many people, Ali. I am
Mm-hmm.
really sorry. Sometimes
Yes,
I.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I am living in Saudi Arabia. I am basically from Pakistan, and I am working
Well,
as a
I remember. Go on.
MEP engineer here from approximate 17 years in Saudi Arabia.
You've been in Saudi. I didn't realize you were in Saudi Arabia that long. Now,
Yes.
I know you told me what you were doing in Saudi Arabia. Can you tell me again? Because you're right, I
Yes.
did forget.
I am basically MEP engineer, MEP engineer here.
Okay, what is an MPD engineer?
This is a mechanical, electrical, and plumbing.
Ah, now do you actually do the plumbing or do you design things to make plumbing easy?
Basically, I am here a project coordinator. So my responsibility with the local system, hiker systems, and HVAC system, and plumbing as well, little bit.
So you supervise people, correct?
Yes, yes, I'm supervise the people to work here.
What do you do um when your employees don't want to do what you ask them to do? How do you get them?
So this is a this is a techniques to work. If you want to with humbly you do and you are very well behave, the people will not deny to you. So this is a techniques to use.
Ah, okay. Say
You
you
can
get me a job. You wanted me to go and fix a plumbing job. I couldn't do it anyway. I know nothing about plumbing, but the toilet needs to be fixed. And I say to you, Allie, I don't want to do it. I am no longer going to do plumbing. What would
Okay.
you say to me?
Sorry, I did not get your question. What you asked to me?
What would you say to me to get me to go do the plumbing?
Basically, ma'am, we are here a designer and supervision work with us. You know, we are not on maintenance. You know, so the contractors is working with us, and we are from the client sides. So this is, you say, consultant. We are consultant. You know, so
Okay.
we are not, going to the officially to install anything. So there, just we supervise, and we have to, from the client side, we will checking the inspections works.
Well, help me. You asked me to design something for a toilet, and I'm not getting it done. How are you going to inspire me to go do it?
Basically, this is a basic needs. You know what you have to need a shower tray there. You need a WC, and you need a hot water, cold water, and heaters as well. So this is a basic needs for use. So whenever you are going to the good devils to in house, so you need a good toilets, good washroom like that, and kitchen as well. So
So,
what is the basics, basic accessory you have to install there?
what words are you going to use to get me all excited about doing this job? I don't want to have anything to do with that toilet. I'm tired of toilets. And you're telling me to design a new toilet. Inspire me.
There is a, ma'am, this is a plumbing
Don't
codes.
call me ma'am. Call me Carla.
We have to read the codes. Whatever the codes is there, so we have to implement the codes. So this is not from my, I can be not inspired. Whatever the engineering say, what is the code saying to you? So I will be just, as per the code, we have to work it.
Okay, but I need to be inspired to do my job. How are you going to inspire? How
I can't help you in this regard.
to do my job? Help
I
me.
can't help you, ma'am, in this regard, ma'am.
Oh yeah, you can. I can think of things you could tell me to get that toilet fixed.
Everybody's laughing, fellas.
I want everyone laughing. Come on. Inspire me about this toilet. It needs help desperately. Why do I need a toilet?
Ma'am, the toilet is, basically, this is, toilet is a basic needs the home designs. Okay, so this is depend of the code. We cannot be anything put the extra there. You want a bed or you want the chairs there. This is not possible. How can you expand? There is a just one WC and shower tray, and the drainage system is there, and water supply system there. So as per the plumbing code, we will install there. So that we have a design, some designs as per the size. So whatever you want to, you know, so whatever you want, the need the fixtures installs. This is the expensive one and the low expensive, cheap I mean and expensive. So whatever, as per your budget, we have to build your very good toilets.
She has a question about the toilet. I think I know this. We're going to do our best to stay on topic today. Honey, please fix your camera so we can see more of your face. And I hope she decides to smile, or I'm going to have to throw her out. What do you
Your
want?
voice is cutting. I cannot be, hear properly. Maybe there's some internet problem from my side. I cannot hear properly. What do you asking?
Alif, I wanted to know. I never heard about that. Is there any plumbing code if you break and breach those codes which are set or defined by the government? So is there any punishment, or it is in Arabia or somewhere where you are working, or it is worldwide? I'm not. I I came
Yeah, basically,
to know very first time.
for example, I don't know about the India and Pakistan, what is the criteria here. So as far as concerned to the Middle East or the international country, so there is a municipality, there is a municipality will check the your home design, whole design. So what the size, keep your toilet there as per the standard, whatever the country codes there. So they are, following this one. So, for example, in your hotels or like that, so what is the come room size and what is the toilet size? These, you cannot be adjust yourself. For example, if you are into the, for example, in shopping centers, there is a toilets, public toilets there, and also they need over there a handicap toilet as well. If you not provide handicap toilet, so building will be not, you cannot be construct, it will be your drawing will be not approved. So from the municipality or whatever your government sites will be approved first, then you have to go for construction. Okay, so
What if?
whatever is toilets, I will tell you toilets. This is the size and the wall size and door size will be from architecture sides. Architecture will be decide the what the size and what the door size or what the things. And
Okay.
for as far as concerned to the exhaust system, ventilation systems and water supply systems. For example, you have already seen it. There is a tap, tap. Right side always is the cold water. Left side is the hot water. It cannot be changed this one. This is the common sense. This is plumbing code saying like that. So you have to go with the this one, this one. If you are getting this problem, maybe later on the building will be handed over to the clients. So that time will the inspection have been done by the municipality, and that time maybe they will be refused or like that. You have to rectify whatever the comments there.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you to repeat all of that, but I need you to speak slower so other people, it's easy for us to understand you.
Okay, ma'am.
Also, you're doing that for the people out there who may have trouble understanding English or understanding the accent. Is don't repeat what you just said.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to, that's why I joined the class to perfect my English.
It's something that's difficult for most people to learn to do.
Yes, yes.
Or it's difficult for me to remember to speak slowly at times.
Okay, ma'am.
Especially if I get excited about the conversation, I begin talking my normal pace and I speak slowly and I'm not speaking slowly enough.
Okay.
Good. Did you have anything else you wanted to say today?
Ma'am, I think whatever you want the question, I give the answer to you.
I just wanted to know if you had anything else because we do need to move forward.
Okay.
But come again and also stay around and listen.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to say because my my child, my children, they're making a sound and something is, they're mischieving to each other and playing. So that's why I went out.
How old are your kids?
I have mashallah three kids. One is 11, one is 8, and one is 2 years.
The 8-year-old and the 11-year-old should come on Sundays at the same time and speak in English.
Sunday, okay.
Yes, Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Pakistan time. I think it's 7:30.
Okay, 7:30 here.
They should come and speak. I would love to talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Their English better than me, ma'am.
Well, they've probably been taught English in school and they speak it.
Yes, yes, yes.
But it doesn't matter. Your English is very good. Don't put it down. You
Okay.
can do this. You just need to relax. Okay? You're doing
Okay.
very well. I had no trouble understanding you. But I'm
Okay.
just thinking about the people who may be just watching. They may not have understood because they're not used to hearing it. So I'm asking everyone to speak slower. Nazish, I am about to throw you out, and you know why. If you don't put that smile on and keep it on, I will throw you out today. Guaranteed. Okay, Allie, I'm going to move on to the next person, but thank you so much for joining.
Well,
Okay, Hadi, I don't think I've met you. Can you please introduce yourself?
This is my second time I've been here. My name is Hadi Khan. I've attended this session, I guess, 2 weeks back, and Karachi-based software engineer slash project manager. And there are quite a few familiar faces I can see. Some of them are new faces, but from a last meeting. And yeah, so this is my second time attending this.
Can
This
you please introduce yourself? I know
Sure.
very, very little about you. I know that you've been here before because you just reminded me. I want new faces, but people are afraid to come. Shireen Aslam should come. I know who she is from a English-speaking group, but she's not coming. It would be
Okay.
good to have her here. But go on, introduce yourself.
My name is Hadi Hussain Khan, and
Slowly.
I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. I have done my master's in computer sciences, and now I'm doing my PhD in artificial intelligence, working as a project manager in software houses for last 7 years now. And right now I'm in the office. I'm expecting a meeting in 2 or 3 hours, so I'm waiting for that meeting. It's been around 10 p.m. So I'm still in the office and now talking to you guys. And personally, I've been married for the last 5 years now. Proud father of two beautiful daughters. One is 4 and one is 2. And yeah, get familiar with this group by from Mr. Rehan, one of my mentors from last 10 years now. So so yeah, this is pretty much it about me.
You have known Rayhan much longer than I have.
In my university, I invited him as a guest speaker, as a mentor, in like 10 years back. So from then onwards, he's been on my Facebook, and how we have been communicating with each other. So yeah, it's been around 10 years now.
Okay. Now tell me, you work with a whole bunch of employees, right?
That's right.
How do you inspire them to do their work?
Okay, Carla, first of all, the thing is, most of the employees who is working in an organization, they work as team and in a very strong family bound. You have to make sure
Slowly.
you have to, as a manager, you have to promote the culture of trusting each other as a teammates. And again, because all the teammates and the people who are coming to an organization, they have this thing in mind that they wanted to come here and they wanted to work. All you have to do is to make sure that this feeling of an employee or a person coming into an organization, it does not get fades out. So you have to motivate them. You have to make sure that their needs and they have been taken care of by the higher management and by the organization. Because I believe that the relationship of the management and the relationship of the employees, it's just like a seesaw ride. So You have to make sure that it's balanced, but sometimes the managerial is slightly higher, resources not feeling good. Sometimes resources are the ones who is creating trouble. So it's a seesaw.
Whoa, first of all, you need to slow down. What do you mean the sources are in trouble?
Like again, when you are working in an organ, when you are working in an organization, you have two different types of people. You have the managerial positions, and then you have the resources, who is reporting directly to the organization, to the manager. So it happens. It happens that if uh, the resources are not happy or they are not okay with your managerial tier, so what happens is they will start lacking their interest in the work which is supposed to be performed by them, and eventually the it will hurt the credibility and the work of its manager and the entire top hierarchy, because being a manager, you are literally, you cannot do anything until and unless your team does. So if your team is performing well, you are performing well. If your team is not performing well, it's your loss. It's your the higher management will is going to ask you. So your team should be like, you should be very strong. The bond between a manager and its teammates, I believe, should be very strong on a personal level, on a professional level, both.
I agree, strongly agree with you. The word resources in your case are your employees. Those are the people who are working with you. Saying resource, a resource would be a computer, a pencil that you need to write. An employee is someone who works with you. What do you do to create this employee manager bond?
Okay. I believe that the biggest tip or the biggest
I'm asking, what do you do? Let's say I was your employee. I just became one. How are you going to create that bond between you and me?
First of all, I will try my level best to make sure that the trust aspect of both of us, it's maintained. I'll trust you, and in return, I can expect a trust back. Okay, so whatever I am telling you, or being a manager, I expect that you will respect that, and I will respect you, your personal domain, your time. I respect your time, your effort, your working for me. So I have to create this respect level. So first thing is, you have to be very respectful.
Whoa, stop for a moment. It's my first day on the job. You hired me, but I don't know you yet. How are you going to make me feel comfortable on the job? What are you personally going to do to make me comfortable on the job?
Okay, so usually when we have these hirings, especially for me, um, once first of all, I personally go and greet that person, meet that person, welcome it on my premises. Then I personally
Or welcome him or her?
welcome him or her, like depends upon who's being hired. So welcome on board, and then I personally go with that resource, with that employee, different.
Use employee. Begin to put that word in your vocabulary.
So I take that employee to the different departments for a very small introduction, introduce them that they have joined us in that particular designation. So a formal introduction across the department, because my organization does not have a lot of departments. We have like five to seven different departments, and all are in a close vicinity. They are like not skated around in like multiple buildings or multiple floors. We have just one floor. So it's easy to introduce the new members with different team members and different teams especially. And once it's done, I for a few days, couple of days, the person who is the employee who has been hired, we make sure that he sits close to the manager, and he is under the direct reporting, so we can understand, we can talk to them, we can see if they are comfortable or not. And then we also do offer the first lunch. So so it's if it's your first day, the lunch is on us. Obviously, manager being sitting with you, having the lunch, giving you the company.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's inspiring them also to want to work with you because you're making them feel at home.
That's good.
And that is of major importance. There are people here who are not smiling. Trust me, I will kick you out today. And there's one person in particular who knows who I'm speaking to, and she'll get it from more than than from me. So get it together, Nazish. Okay. What did you have any new employees today?
No, I did have a scheduled interview today of an Android developer, but no, no joining today.
And how many people have you hired for your company?
When I was hired in this company, this was a new department, which the company and the higher management thought. So right now I have like 30 people in my team, and out of 30, 28 people has been hired by me,
And
which are currently there.
And you've been with this company for how long?
1.5 years by now.
28 people. And what do they do?
Okay, I have mixed team. I have developers, website developers. I have website designers. I have creative designers who works on logos and stationaries. I have Android developers. I have a fellow business analyst slash project coordinator. So it's almost the technical, mainly the technical resources on the computer side.
Wonderful. And you enjoy your job.
I love it. I'm a very passionate computer IT expert.
Well, that's good. It's important. Because if you're not passionate with it, it's not going to do you any good. Now, I am curious. I know that it's very late in Pakistan right now, and you said you have a meeting in 2 hours?
That's correct.
Who do you have a meeting with that late in Pakistan?
Yes. Usually, most of the IT companies in Pakistan, our clients are mainly from USA. So if we have a meetings, especially in Eastern time zones, so Eastern time zone is 3 hours ahead of us in the morning.
No,
So
we're 9 hours behind you on the East.
well, mentally we can do these calculations. The 3 hours ahead of us and a reversal of a day. So if it's night 11 p.m., so it will be 2 p.m. in the morning at USA Eastern Standard. So today I have 3 meetings, 2 in central time zones and 1 in Eastern. So 1 at Eastern is at 1 a.m. at my time.
So you come in rather late on those days.
Mostly I have my shift is afternoon shift. So I join my organization at around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and I leave the company at around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So it's an afternoon shift.
I worked with some of Rayhan's employees in English, and it was interesting. Some I had to get morning time, my time, and I was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then others at midnight. I did it for a while, but it did become tiring after a while.
I know, and it is sometimes because usually what happens is we select a day in a week and we align the meetings in one day. So we have like 11 a meeting, every meeting in 1 hour slots, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 meetings in a row. This way we will get some certain set of information which we can assign to my employees, and then they can do do working on those provided feedback. So any meeting, obviously, most of the meetings which we do is for the feedbacks and for collecting more information from the client regarding the application or the website or server on which we are working on. So yeah, this is how. So 1 day in a week is usually a late. And I still remember last time when I joined the meeting my meeting was scheduled at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I joined this conversation, and it was a wonderful time. And today, because I have again, that is why I'm a part of this meeting again.
Well, I'm glad you had it and you could come and talk to me. Thank you so very much. Do you have anything else you want to say? Because I really do need to move forward.
Sure, sure. Please go ahead. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Everyone, thank you so much.
And just stay around and listen. You
I'm,
should also encourage your employees to do this.
yeah,
Because
sure.
if they're dealing with people in English, they need to feel more comfortable speaking English.
I know. It is very important. I completely agree.
Okay, I'm going to mute you now. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
And who should I go to? Osama, you've been waiting a while, so can you please introduce yourself?
I am Osama Ali. Can you guys hear me?
I'll tell you if I can hear you. Go
All
on.
right. I am Osama Ali, and it's been my third time, and I am a biomedical engineer by profession, and that's it.
Oh, that's all you
And
do?
I'm from Karachi.
Talk about what you do. Do you work above anyone, or do you have employees that you supervise?
Uh, I'm a freelancer, so I know a little bit about working in a team, and I work actually I created a lot of teams and work with them. I work with a lot of people, and currently I'm working with the team as well. And I know I don't I won't say that I know much about teamwork, but the thing is, when you are working in a team, you have if you are managing a team, you have to uh, know the psychology of each and every person who is present there. Like Carla, you manage new people every day, and the people come here who are new, you make them comfortable by telling them to start laughing. And
And there
and
are people who aren't smiling right now. They're going to be kicked off.
and the and you inspire them, not you don't try to I never saw you convincing them to start smiling. You just most of the time you are inspiring. It's just today I saw you telling most of the people to start smiling, but in my previous sessions I saw you laughing so hard that people start laughing with you. And
I need you to speak a little louder. I agree with Asif, who's saying, Osama, a bit louder, please.
all right, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better.
All right. So you inspire them to calm themselves and make them nerves a little bit, and they make themselves a bit comfortable. So this is my point, that you are doing this consciously or subconsciously, but you are performing this job, and people should learn. I was learning from you that you, whenever a whenever a person come here, you saw them, and you most of the time you judge them, that how this kind of person is. Like, at first you said that please adjust your camera, that people should look at you and people should know what kind of person who they are talking. Like, if the camera is right above my head, so how can they see me? How can they judge what they're
Right.
only my voice will come on this platform, but they cannot see me. So you this is how I feel about this conversation, about inspiring. And if we relate to this in our day-to-day jobs, like if a person denies, you were asking a question from Ali Rehan, and at that time I was laughing. So no offense to Ali Rehan, sir. I was
Fine with it. Kind of
so
funny.
I I thought your question was like that, that you are asking him that if a person denies to work, and how will you convince him to start working again? And if he said that I am not working, do whatever you want to do. If Carla said I am not doing the late night show, do whatever you want to do. So to me, I will
It's not late night for me.
no, or early morning. Yeah. So
No, mid afternoon. It's
mid,
afternoon.
all
Go
right, all
on.
right. So I will try to find the root cause. I will try to find the problem where what he is, uh, why is he refusing to work on that particular job, instead of in particularly Pakistan, in subcontinent, people just force themselves to on the people to start working, or try them to manipulate them. And there are different techniques. There is lack of professional environment, in my point of view. Some might disagree, but in my point of view, people manipulate and do some dirty tricks. But to me, what I will do, I will try to find the root cause and what is his problem, and I will, if I am capable, I will try to solve it. And most of the time, there are some issues that people are not compatible with each other. People don't want to work together for some minor issues, that he said something, or he's not comfortable. So you have to
I'm
take
not laughing at you. I just know the reality, especially when someone has to make a toilet. Uh,
Yeah. So so as a manager, I should know that what are the problems, and what are the things which can cause my team uncomfortable. So I will point these things out. And most of in my life, I was a sportsman as well. So I had a team, and I played with different a bunch of people and different groups, and they all had different mentalities, and they had different thinkings. But when you are going into the group, or you are welcoming a person in a group, you have to make sure that you should welcome him with open heart. But sometimes in a professional environment, people don't welcome people, and they try different things. That's a different debate. But to me, we should welcome, and there should be a competitive environment everywhere. That's it. If you want to ask me something.
you're fine. I think you did a lot of good stuff. Um, so do you try to convince people or do you hire someone to do?
I always believe that you can do a lot of things. You can by inspiring people. If you try start convincing them, you you spend your most of the life convincing people for different things. But if you start inspiring, if I say that if I tell a group of people or 10 or 12 people that start losing weight, and I will tell you how to lose weight, and I will say that do this thing or do this or do that. But if I implement those techniques on me and uh, start losing weight myself and show them that I am losing weight, see, I can do this, you can do that as well. So that people will start following me. So first, implement that thing to yourself, and then and people will start inspiring from your habits. So this is my mentality. I don't know about others, but convincing, I don't agree that
You
you
agree?
have to convince someone about something. But sometimes it is important that when you are dealing with the 8-year-old, you have, most of the time you have to tell them that you have to do this, you have to do that. But most of the time they also learn. If a dad is doing bad things, if he's smoking and telling them, son, don't smoke, so how can he is inspiring him to start smoking by his habits, but he's convincing him not to do it. So which path he will choose? I think most of the time, 90 out of 100 times, he will choose smoking by watching his dad. So
Absolutely. There's a photo that I shared a few days ago, and it's of three adult men, and they're standing in line, and they're holding their hands. And there's this tiny little boy, maybe 2, 3 years old, and who was holding his hands. And the caption was, "The little ones will do what the older ones do. Be careful of what you do." And it's true. They're going to watch and they're going to do. So if you don't want your children to smoke, don't smoke. If you want children to speak English. You know, with them. That doesn't mean, and never say, don't give up your native tongue. Keep it. That's your culture. But add something to it. And that's the whole point.
absolutely.
Anything else? You spoke beautifully.
Thank you very much. I just would like to thank all of the participants who are listening to me.
And everyone should be smiling and laughing, Nazish. You're doing better now. Don't know. I shouldn't say anything.
And
Okay.
I
Um,
just want to add one last thing, that I saw Ashish, Mashallah Ashish, and uh, two other peoples who improved. I came back after a month, and they improve a lot. Literally, for a month back when I was here, they were a bit hesitant, but now Ashish was remarkable. Ashish, you are doing really good.
and I think I need to do this for both you and Ashish, but I meet Ashish tomorrow, so I'm not going to say it to him yet. Uh, Pamela's very sick. I will need someone here tomorrow. But I want you to do a video on how Gigglefest University has helped you. Send it to the Gigglefest University website, and you will not. I will give you until Monday to do it. If you don't do it after Monday, you will not be allowed to come to the show. And hopefully I'll remember this about you because you have been here regularly, but your English is really good. If I have helped you, would you please do that for me? Only 2 to 3 minutes. You don't need to talk long. Osama.
Are you asking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yes,
No,
no.
I thought you were talking to Ashish.
No, I'm talking to you. I told Ashish she's kind of off the hook for a few.
Yeah, I will do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to have it by Sunday if you want to come on Monday.
All right. All right.
I
will make.
is off the hook only because I need someone here, and I know that he can do that part. So
I saw his screen unmuted, so that's why I thought that he's about to reply on something. So I stopped.
I'm not allowed to reply on this yet.
I will make I will also make a 3-minute video that how this platform is helping people to ease their confidence to start speaking in front of an audience and make themselves comfortable. That's the main point. People in Pakistan, people in Karachi, in my part of the world, they learn they study in English most of the time, and they are mostly graduated, but they cannot speak in front of the people. Whenever a person starts speaking in English, they become mute. They were most of the time their voice are gone, and they have sweaty palms, and all the time they are a bit nervous. But you are providing a platform, and most of the time it is very helpful. To me, it was very
Let
helpful.
me mention, because just as you were talking, I went to see this. There are over 22,800 people watching this show today. There's a handful of people in this group. It's good that they're watching. They are learning, they're getting vocabulary. But for them to do well as far as that's why I always congratulate the people who come on a regular basis or even come every once in a while, because they are taking the courage, they have the courage to do it. I have reached much more than that many people. Today, that's what it is today. We need these people coming and speaking. Okay, I do need to move on because I really need to get off of here sometime today. And I'm over the hour right now, which is okay with Freehand, but that's not okay with what I need to do. So do you have anything else to say?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I don't have anything. I just want one more thing to say that we should.
I don't have anything else to say, but
No. It's about this platform that on our behalf we should share it to our groups and Facebook pages, and wherever we can share it, because you are doing a remarkable work, and to our job, we should uh, expand it to we should share it with all the people. The good work should be spread.
please share it.
Yeah.
It's very important that it gets shared out. And that's why I say off and on during the show, when I remember, share it out. Because that's how people are going to come to the show. Okay, Now I am going to mute you. Thank you, Osama. Fahim, you have 1 minute to get back or I will remove you today. LEG, please do your introduction.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali Raza, but my social name is Ali Ji. I am from Karachi, Pakistan. I work in an agriculture field where you get the eat chicken every day. That I'm the guy who work in a control shed. So I have a YouTube and Facebook channel where I make video. After it's been 3 months I'm making video just because I have a chat with Rihan Allahwala. So one of the video has inspired me to make video. So that's all about me.
Okay. In your job, are there people you need to inspire to do the job?
It depends.
It's not a depend. Do you have people who are working with you or for you? It doesn't have to be every day, but I'm asking you. Do you have people who are working, quote, for you or you're supervising at all? Yes or no?
I'm actually a manager here. I'm actually a manager. Sorry.
Okay, as a manager, what do you do? And you just disappeared. What do you do to inspire people to do their work?
Well, can you see me? Because
no, you need Allie. Now we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Please answer the question.
There's some problem in internet. So my job is to manage everything, whether their salary, whether what they want. Sometimes they need a hair designer. Then sometimes they need dress because in control shed.
Answer the question. It doesn't matter about dress or whatever. How do you inspire people to do what they need to do? What do you tell them? Do you inspire them or do you convince them?
Well, it doesn't matter if I am inspired them or not because it's their job.
It does matter.
You,
Allie, you're not listening. You have not been listening to the conversation today.
Yes, I've been listening.
No, you're interrupting me now. That's not listening. I'm asking you, what do you do to keep them doing their job?
Well, I need
to them.
I need some time to explain it because it's not easy to explain it in one go.
You need to listen to the question, Allie.
Okay.
And you don't have 10 minutes to explain it. What do you do to inspire people to come to do their job? Do you convince them or do you inspire them?
Well, I would say that I mostly convince them because I'm not there.
Go on. You have.
I'm not a supervisor there. They are under the. Sorry, Carla?
Doesn't matter that they're under you. You convince someone they don't continue. You inspire someone they want to do the
work. Reason why? Because that job is not inspiring job. Because they work hard.
Make it inspiring to them. I'm sorry, Ellie, you're completely not listening.
Carla, I think there is an internet problem. I'm getting your voice a little bit hesitating voice.
Okay, that's on your side. My internet is working well.
Okay.
Listen to the question. When you convince someone, they'll do it for a few minutes, but they won't continue. When you inspire someone, they will continue to do the work. There must be some reason for you to do the work that you do that would be, they'd feel inspired by doing it.
Uh, you're talking about me, that how I
I'm
inspire my.
talking to you now, so who else would I be speaking to?
No, my question is, you're talking to myself to be inspired what I'm doing, or to people working under me?
The people working under you. What do you haven't been listening? Because if you were, you would be able to answer. It's true. You have not been listening, or you haven't been understanding. I have to say you haven't been listening because you didn't tell me you didn't understand the conversation.
Yeah, let me repeat your question. You said that do you work to inspire people, or do you work for convince
You've
them?
been listening to the show the whole time.
Yeah, I've been listening.
What
but
have I been speaking about the whole time, Allie?
let me explain, because
No,
my job is
I'm
not.
asking you a question. I don't want you explaining anything right now. I am asking you a question. What have we been speaking about the whole time? Tell me what you think it is. Because I don't think you understand it, which is okay. But I need to know that. So, what do you think we've been talking about the whole
Well, we will talking about to inspire others.
time? Okay, what else have we been talking? What about inspiring others?
To inspire people how they work properly, how they manage their time, how they not be get bored in work. Sometimes they want to leave the work because they don't have such environment for peaceful to make them happy. So my job is to control them. Sometimes they need
Oh,
extra money.
your job is not to control them. That's what this whole conversation has been about. You can't control anyone other than yourself. So if you're trying to control someone, you haven't been listening to this conversation. You haven't been listening. It's obvious. If I ask Najish right now, what have we been talking about? Let's see what she says. Najish, what have we been speaking about today? First,
I,
introduce yourself. I'm sorry, you need to introduce yourself first.
as I am Nazish from Rawalpindi, Pakistan. I am married. I have four kids. Uh, I am a Britician. I run my parlor at home. I am in this field 5 years.
Okay. What have we been speaking about today?
Yeah, Carla, we speaking about how we inspired people by yourself.
Say that again. I'm not sure I understood what you said.
How you inspired people, yeah, or
Okay.
your client or employee.
What did we say about convincing and inspiring? What is the difference?
Convincing is Carla, that we said we focusing on them, and inspire that we make ourselves example.
Right. Do you think Ali G understood what we were talking about?
No. Yeah, Carla, little bit, but he's maybe he's not listening properly.
That's what I said. Why did I say that? Explain to him why I said what I said to him.
For Aliji, Carla, to
Yeah,
Aliji.
explain to Ali G why I said what I said to him.
Yeah, Aliji needs to listen carefully a conversation, but we talk to each and other, that you talk other guys when we are able to reply.
Not exactly, but you're getting close to it. Why do you think LAG was not listening?
Maybe Aliji is having that problem, Carla. That's why he's not properly listening.
Okay, what did he miss in the conversation?
He miss foxing.
What do I tell people if they do not seem to understand? What do I tell them to do? What do
Sorry,
they say to me if they do not understand?
Carla, really, I don't understand. Please repeat it again.
And you just did what I wanted him to do. If you do not understand, you say, I do not understand. And that is all they need to, all anyone needs to do. Because if you don't understand, you need to let the person know you don't understand. You do not pretend to understand.
Yeah, Carla, Aliji should question you
Right.
that repeat it again. I can't understand.
Right, exactly. Did he do that?
Then he able to answer the question.
Right, but did he do what you just told him that he should have done?
Sorry, Carla.
Did he tell me he did not understand? I'm sorry, below. You will need to come back another day. The show is almost over. If you don't want to show yourself, you may not attend today. I'm sorry. Go on. What
Yes, Carla.
that LG did not do?
There is some noise coming. That's why I properly.
Very good. You told me that. When you tell me that, do I understand what needs to be done?
Just Carla, there is noise.
Yeah. You're having trouble understanding, correct? Okay. I think you did better today than you have ever done. I'm very proud of you. Because
Thank you, Carla.
because you told me you did not understand. and that is important. But I wish you would only small. Alex, it is okay to not understand. It is okay to not know what. It is not okay not to let it be known. If you don't tell me you don't understand, I cannot help you. And that's what the problem was.
Yes, Carla,
Do you
totally my mistake.
Everyone makes mistakes. It's not a big deal. But when you make a mistake, take it firm. Don't just go, don't just come up with another or other word. It's okay. English is not your first language. You are not expected to understand everything. But if you don't understand, you need to say, I do not understand. That was your mistake. Okay, we are really late now, and I need to get off. So, I want to tell everyone we are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which promotes peace with one conversation at a time. And as you see, we had about 8 or 9 conversations here today. I do expect you that if you come to the show and you need to leave and work on something, that's okay. Don't leave an empty seat. I will remove you. Do not come without a camera working, especially if you're a man. If you're a woman, it's a little different because, again, you will be removed. And with that, I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Pakistan time, 12:30 p.m. New York time, and we will once again speak in English. And we are going to go out smiling and laughing and waving. So everyone wave.
All the best.
Okay.